Welcome back to Pokemon Legends ZA. Last time we got into Lumio City. And this time, we're gonna get started on our Team MZ duties. Or something to that effect. Good morning. Lita's already left for dance practice. Need to be aware of who's talking at what point.
Morning. Hope you slept well. Feeling ready for a little field trip? I want to show you Lumios' #1 sightseeing spot, Prism Tower.
Shame you two won't be able to climb the tower due to restoration work.
AZ, we're heading out.
The tower long watched over this city. I wonder if the people still believe it does so. Alright, let's get going. You're new. Hey kid, we finished fixing up the outside of your hotel.
Thanks, Tarragon. We always appreciate your work.
Sure thing. Still, why bother fixing it? Not like you got guests lining up out the door.
We do have one, though I guess he's a full-on member of our team now, not just a guest. Anyway, that's why I gotta film more videos to spread the word about Hotel Z.
Making your own videos to advertise, huh? Not a bad idea, but wouldn't it be better to just ask Canary to promote the hotel for you? Or you could use one of my prize scaffolding courses to spruce up the walls of your hotel. We build scaffolding all the time for our work as part of the urban redevelopment plan, but you see, who cares about regular scaffolding? No one! That's why at Racing Construction we make our scaffolding into obstacle courses. We also leave colorful screws on the courses for folks to grab and trade in for prizes. Here, new kid, a little something for you on the house. It's one of the prizes you can get.
Heck yeah, we got a plushie of this character we haven't met yet. Nice.
Folks say that Canary merch can give you all kinds of benefits, you know. They're a real porte-bonheur, a lucky charm. Alright, see ya, kids.
Tarragon's super talented, but he sure doesn't mince his words. You know what? I just had an idea. Let's take my secret shortcut to Centrico Plaza. Here, come with me.
What's this goopy stuff?
You see this stuff growing over this ladder and making it pretty much unclimbable?
Are those rocks?
It's a bunch of mega crystals. They're made from some kind of mysterious energy, apparently. You can smash them surprisingly easily with Pokemon moves. Here, you should try it out. Have your Pokemon use a move to break up the crystals.
Look, it's not me, it's me. We should see other shards.
Mega crystals have been turning up all over the city, and a lot of them get in the way just like now. Or like just now. If you find any, be sure to smash them. I bet everyone in Lumios would appreciate it. Okay, do you want me to break them up or smash them? You gotta make up your mind. Another word of advice. Save up all the Mega Shards you get. There's a company that's collecting them for research, and they'll let you trade in your Mega Shards for all kinds of cool stuff. Alright, let's get climbing.
Up we go to a ladder. And Mabel got some research inspiration, which is just breaking a bunch of Mega Crystals. Speaking of that, you'll be seeing Mega Crystal outcrops pop up kind of all over the place. And you don't have to break them, but it is nice to do so if you're in the area and you've got nothing else going on. Plus, for specific, like, groups, I guess, of Mega Shards, hit one, you'll break a whole chain. It can be kind of satisfying to look at, if nothing else.
Valued guest of Hotel Z, I present to you the very jewel of Lumios City, Prism Tower. It sits right at the center of Lumios, with the city forming a big circle around it. Now let's get across these rooftops and head for the tower.
But there are Mega Shards here. Jump. Ding. Where'd she go?
Hey, this way!
It's kind of high up.
Jump on down and it'll make sense. Don't worry, I promise it'll be fun.
Okay, you better be right. Oh, God! Yeah, we get saved by our Rotom phone.
don't know how it wedges itself into my hands to catch me on the way down, but as long as you've got your Rotom phone, you can jump from any height and you'll be fine. I knew that. Should have known you'd know. Oh, you curious about the Wild Zone over there in Ver Plaza? Good instincts. After all, each Wild Zone's got different Pokemon in it. Checking out different Wild Zones is a great idea since you're helping with Mabel's research. You can catch all kinds of Pokemon in there, or even just do some training. I'll wait for you at the food truck by Prism Tower, so come find me once you're done. When it comes to exploring new Wild Zones, generally I'll just do a once-over if it's in the middle of a plot thing. And then, you know, head on my way. But later on, there may be some episodes that I screw around, just do a lot of things, a lot of side things besides the plot. And, yeah, that'll be when we focus more on the Wild Zones that I didn't complete or anything else of that nature. I got a few new Pokemon here. Magikarp. There's a Binacle right here. Most people do forget that Binacle exists, and I was one of those people who did back in the day. As in when this game came out a month ago. But I did use a Binacle on my team during my first playthrough of ZA. And it was pretty good. Still pretty forgettable in general. We also got a Patrat up there. Let's see if we can catch it by surprise. Yup. Gotcha. There's one thing I want to touch on regarding the Pokeball throwing distance. So, when you're locked onto a Pokemon, right around here, if we try to throw a Pokeball, it just bounces off. You have to be closer than this in order for the Pokeball to actually work. So yeah, you can lock on pretty far away, but you can't throw and catch a Pokemon if you're too far away while locked on. It's a little weird. I don't really like it that much. But, you know, it is what it is. We also have, over here, some breakable rocks. And just like everyone else who first played this game, I assumed that you could not get over to those rocks until much later in the game. Not the case. There is actually some shallow water right down there, and we can walk across it, so just send your little dude to rock smash it. It can find the path over, and then you can walk up to it too. There isn't really much that you're missing, but it's something. It's accessible this early is, I guess, the point I'm trying to make there. Alright, a little bit more to Wild Zone 2 here, and then we will make our way out to the waypoint over there. Oh yeah, one other thing. Weedle in our in our party, has hit level 8 already, and now we have the opportunity to evolve it. So, go into the menu, hit evolve, and we get to see it turn into something else. This isn't as interesting an evolution screen as Legends Arceus had. Anyway, that's the end of that thought. And there's Kakuna. Shoot. Got a heal ball out of that, that's nice. Alright. And I think that's mostly it. The one other point I want to bring up is that this rock over here, you can go around it from the main entrance of Wild Zone 2. So you can get to that part of the map, like, immediately if you really want to. There is one more Pokemon that shows up here in Wild Zone 2, but it only shows up at night. It's Staryu. So if you're looking for a Staryu to add to your team, come to Wild Zone 2 at night. It's in the water where the Magikarp usually are. Grabbing some items real quick. Shoot down that Mega Crystal, cropping, and we're on to Cafe. Hey, hey! Here, let me show you my favorite food truck. It's called Nouveau Cafe. This one's my treat to celebrate your promotion match win. After that, though, it's all on you. One Ember Roast, and what'll you have? I'll also have an Ember Roast. Coming right up. Her hair reminds me of Hisui and Zoroark. I really like the Ember Roast they do here. It's got this perfect, subtle bitterness. Voila, your order. Now polish those right off, then order some more. Got it? I didn't realize polish off was slang for finish it up eating it or consuming it. Nothing beats sipping on a coffee while taking in the view of Prison Tower. It looks super modern, right? Well, according to AZ, it's actually been around for a pretty long time.
Oh, I'd forgotten the Nouveau Cafe was one of your favorite haunts, Tawny. And forgive me, who is your friend?
Oh, hey there, Vinny. Let me introduce you. This is whattageek, the newest addition to Team MZ. And this gentleman is Vinny, a big shot from Quasartico Incorporated.
I am the CEO's secretary in title, though in practice I am more often her errand boy. Regardless, I'm pleased to meet you. And please accept my apologies on behalf of the company for any inconveniences you may have suffered due to our urban redevelopment efforts. Even our beloved Prison Tower is closed to visitors until we can complete some renovations. If you came here hoping to see the city's sights, whattageek, this is truly a sorry state of affairs.
Don't worry about it, Vinny. We're excited to see the city become somewhere people and Pokemon live in harmony.
Thank you for your understanding. With that, I'm afraid I must be getting back to work. Please excuse me and enjoy your day.
Okay, let's get going. I need you to come with me on an errand. We're headed to the Looker Bureau. That's where Emma works. I'll lead the way.
Up there, the glowing purple thing, that's a colorful screw, as Tarragon mentioned earlier.
Even with all this construction, the tower is still amazing, right? Anyway, the team seems to be enjoying having you on board.
What do you mean, seems to? Is there anything I can do to make it better? I'm very self-conscious about this kind of thing.
Lita seems pretty curious about you.
Huh? What does that mean? Just picking up Mega Shards on the way?
And I'm sure Naveen will warm up soon, too. He's cold? Emma's a super talented detective.
I didn't think she was part of, MZ. Oh, no, never mind.
We're in the north side of Lumios now. This area is the Rouge District. The Looker Bureau is just past Rouge Plaza, but it looks like there's a big crowd over there. Wonder what that's about. I want to check it out. Come with me.
Well, I guess, we're still on her leash.
Get that travel spot registered.
Wait a minute. You got something to say? You should make a habit of swinging by new Pokemon centers whenever you spy one. That way, they'll be registered as a travel spot on your map. And to help you register this handy bit of info in your brain, here, a Swift Feather to remind you. Thanks, I'll feed it to a Pokemon immediately. We're still railroaded, by the way, so we can't really break off into here and explore. Tawny will stop us. But soon, we will get the opportunity to break off and start doing our own thing. My name is Ivor. I speak to you today on behalf of the Fist of Justice. Thank you for your time and attention. Now, let me ask you, if the people of Lumios truly wish to coexist with wild Pokemon, why not get rid of wild zones and let Pokemon run free? Some of you might wonder why I would suggest such a dangerous thing. Your concern is understandable. After all, wild Pokemon are strong. They can be scary. But please, put your worried minds at ease. Simply join the Fist of Justice and watch your Pokemon battle prowess skyrocket. Once you reach our upper ranks, you'll even be able to take on Pokemon in hand-to-hand combat. The Fist of Justice is here to help all the good citizens of Lumios train and grow strong. Once we are joined in strength, then we can finally make Wild Zones a thing of the past.
He's got an interesting idea, I guess. Not like it'll ever happen, though. Hey, you in the back! Once you taste my strength firsthand, you'll understand the truth of Ivor-sensei's words. I challenge you to a battle. Sounds like you're getting called out.
Wait, what? Why me?
Like I said, I challenge you to a battle. I, Jose, probably the 5th strongest disciple in the Fist of Justice, am ready to throw down.
Why is there always, like, a fascination with, how, like, ranking yourself below spots number 1 and 2 in some sort of hierarchy in, I guess, Japanese culture? 'Cause I've seen it happen before in stuff like Earthbound, where it's like, oh, I'm the 3rd strongest mole of the group.
think it was Earthbound that I'm thinking of. Alright. Let me switch out to Fletchling here because Jose here uses fighting-type Pokemon. You might have me on the ropes, but we in the Fist of Justice know how to keep our cool. And fighting types, naturally, weak to flying types. Don't ask me how that's natural. Work up, get rid of that attack up. And peck it. Hi, Tawny. So in a contest of strength, I lose. What incredible strength! In terms of ZA Royale rankings, I would say you would be rank H. No, maybe even rank G.
If I may be so bold as to ask, are you participating in the ZA Royale?
I'm rank Y.
Unbelievable! I feel there must be some secret to the strength you displayed just now. And I can think of but one explanation. You must have mastered having your Pokemon learn moves.
Wow. Yeah. Good. Yeah, I did.
Such confidence. You clearly see to the heart of Pokemon moves and their significance. My knowledge on the matter is that Pokemon can remember 4 moves at a time. I'm still stuck at learning 1. Cultivating a set of 4 moves rich in power and variety is what leads a Pokemon to grow stronger. Oh, but perhaps I should not be speaking too freely about tactics.
You mean basic understanding of Pokemon?
We may face each other in battle before long, after all. Out of respect for your display of strength, I will take my leave for today. But should we meet again in the ZA Royale, I'll hit you with the full force of my justice. Victory will be mine. I will reach the highest rank, spread my influence far and wide, and abolish all wild zones.
That guy's off the rails and still going full speed. Anyway, here we are, whattageek, Wild Zone 3. If you want to go in and catch the Pokemon or just train up your party, totally up to you. I'll be waiting at the Looker Bureau up ahead. Alright, Wild Zone 3. We do have some new Pokemon, including one that I do want to start using. Oh, she's giving me some extra balls. Nice. Probably going to need to restock on those soon, so I'm going to have to find a Pokemon Center. But in this zone, we have Pikachus. Off to the right here. Let me see if I can sneak up on one. There's one. There's one. I don't know about sneaking up anymore, but... Alright, cool. Wasn't expecting that one to catch, but here we are. Yep. Scatterbug can evolve now. We already cut Flabébé, so don't need to worry about that. We got Skiddos in here. Aw, didn't get the back strike. It worked, though. There we go. We got some thorny vines here, and the vines, currently we don't have a Pokemon that can break them up. You need something that has a slashing ability, like Scratch or Slash or X-Scissor or something like that, or any fire move, which we currently don't have. But on that note, coming over here, we got Litleos. Litleo's the Pokemon that I want to try using. Oh, and a Pancham too. I wasn't expecting that. Looks like we also got another Litleo honing in on the competition here. There it is. Let's throw a ball at Pancham there, and Litleo. Didn't catch Pancham, but we'll get back to it in a second. Catch window, and we got it. How about you? Done. Pancham acquired. And also, Fletchling learned Ember, so we also have a fire move like that. Let's go ahead and nip this Kakuna in the bud, as in let's make sure we don't keep it in our inventory for very long. We'll feed it an experience candy extra small, give it a little bit of extra experience points, and now it can also evolve at level 10. Start with Scatterbug. When it comes to future moments where I'm going to be like catching an evolving Pokemon in a wild zone or something, like trying to fill out the Pokedex, if I try to fill out the Pokedex, I'm going to try and force myself to do that in a dedicated video for that rather than in a plot episode. But this is still early game. I kind of want to like show the ropes, show the pace of this kind of stuff before distracting myself from the plot too much. Yeah. But anyway, let's have a look at these Litleo here. Both of them have the exact same nature. Probably the same IVs and such, too, so we'll just pick one and run with it. How about we deposit Beedrill here, and we'll take Litleo. Let's also take Pancham, because we don't have a fighting type on the team, and we could probably make use of it. While we're here. Available TMs. Oh, we can't learn Rock Smash. That's a bummer. Okay, Bunnelby, get back here. Let's get Spupa out of there. Alright. Now then, about these thorny vines. Litleo. Ember. Ta-da. Got a couple more here. I don't think these are hiding anything, but gives us some experience. And not bad for early levels, too. Got Work Up as a new move. How about we learn that in favor of Roar? Roar is not a very good attack. I'll demonstrate real quick. All it does is cause a little burst in front of the user, and if anything gets close to it, then it just gets pushed backwards. Boop. It does nothing otherwise. So it's a good way of forcing Pokemon out of range if they're trying to hit you with a close range attack. Otherwise, really not all that good. Anyway. I think we got one more Pokemon here in Wild Zone 3 before we should leave, and that's Esper over here. Esper is also a Pokemon that ends up wandering around in, like, outside of the Wild Zones in various, like, alleyways. I was hoping to catch one by surprise. Oh, still caught it. Still hit it with a backstrike. That's interesting. Got it. But it is timid, so it will run away if you try to approach it too fast. Oh yeah, Mabel's saying something about rewards. Oh, we're level 7 already, dang. We get Mud Shot, Protect, Thunderfang, Fire Fang, and Ice Fang. A lot of cool stuff. I know Totodile can learn Ice Fang, so let's give it that instead of Tackle. Litleo can learn a lot of these things. Let's do, instead of Roar, we'll do Fire Fang, excuse me. And let's give it Thunderfang as well, instead of Leer. Pancham can learn Work Up. Why not? Mareep can learn Swift, sure. I'll do Work Up instead of Leer, because that way Water Gun will also be powered up with Work Up. And I think we're good there. Yeah. There's a pop-up Pokemon Center right here. Working as a crepe seller until a week ago, and now she's just a pop-up Pokemon Center. Very handy. Although I think I would have preferred the crepes, personally. Aw, Mimi, thanks for coming out to meet us. Speaking of Esper. This here's the Looker Bureau, Emma's detective agency. Kind of a funny name, Looker Bureau. Do they think they need to explain what a detective does? Aw, already 3 pictures in view right there, and they're all cute. Knock, knock. Framed picture of Mimi on her stack of books to the left there. Ah, look at that. Classic Emma. Always calm and collected, like a detective should be. I was in a rough spot a while back, wandering the streets until I nearly keeled over. Emma was the one who saved me and brought me to AZ. Remember, Emma? Emma? Wait, is she asleep? Hello there, whattageek. Welcome to the Looker Bureau. You realize we caught you snoozing, right? Part of my job as a detective is to stay well rested so I can leap into action at any time. If anything, you two are way too energetic after your late night in the ZA Royale. It's good to see you again, whattageek. You do remember me, right? The name's Emma. I run this detective agency, the Looker Bureau. Over there is my partner, Mimi. Mimi's an Esper and like family to me. Marop. Tawny, do you mind if I float something past whattageek really quick? She throws a paper airplane. Sure, go for it. Thanks. I'll cut straight to the chase, whattageek. Would you consider helping me out with my detective work? Yeah, sure, why not? That's great to hear. I'm actually a little surprised by your enthusiasm. Tawny told me last night that you've only just arrived in Lumios. And now you're already battling in the ZA Royale, which takes place all over the city. Take it from me, learning more about the people and Pokemon living in Lumios will give you a leg up if you're hoping to win in the ZA Royale. I'll assign you a few cases so you can get a taste of detective work and see if you like it. Now we have side missions, or side quests. Here are 3 cases, or side missions, to get you started. Once you've taken care of all the side missions, come on back to the Looker Bureau. I'm sure you have all 3 done in no time, and nothing's more noble than helping people. You should head out and take care of those cases while Emma and I go over a few things here. Now we've unlocked side quests. And these first 3 are all required, but anyone's past them are going to be optional. And not all of them are good. In fact, most of them are pretty bad. What exactly does that mean? So, these side missions all have like their own self-contained story. But sometimes that story only takes 5 minutes to tell. And the rewards you get for those stories are not really that interesting. You're either getting like 4,000 Pokédollars and then like 5 Pokeballs, or you're getting a Quick Claw and then some Pokédollars. It's hard to judge how many of them are actually worth doing, because most of them eat up 5 minutes and then there's nothing else for you to really do with them. I don't know, it's a little hard for me to explain, but the long and short of it is I don't think they're really that fun to do. And as a result of that, whenever side quests are available, I'll probably just wait until a bulk of them are available to do and then set aside an episode to work on them. Would you like to register your birthday? Sure, why not? So, for future goof-off side quest episodes, that'll be what the episode at the time. I totally just said no to that being my birthday. Anyway, you get it. We'll do side quests in their own dedicated videos going forward. Yes, yes. Goodbye. Now then, side quests. We got a couple around here. This guy will tell us about sparkling things on the ground. If you pick them up and sell them, you'll become rich in no time at all. In other words, he's saying, rather than report these lost items, potentially lost items, to the police, he's saying keep them and sell them for a profit. Thanks, buddy. Well, hello, you're Emma's new helper, I take it. Okay, then let me get straight to my request. You see, I'm terribly interested in Pokemon evolution. You're familiar with how Pokemon evolve, yes? They transform and grow strong by gaining experience points in battle, becoming close to their trainers, all sorts of ways. Out of all the evolution methods out there, I'm most taken by those that require items to induce. So I went to all sorts of effort to get myself such an item, in this case, a Thunderstone. But there's just one unfortunate problem. I don't have a single Pokemon that requires a Thunderstone to evolve. I did a little research, and it seems a Pokemon called Pikachu would be just what I need. So here's my request, please give me a Pikachu. You won't walk away empty-handed, of course. I'd be happy to trade you my Heracross. Now that's a hell of a trade. Stupid electric rat for a big, bulky bug fighting type? That's pretty good. Let's get to trading then. So when you have the Pokemon that they ask for, it just jumps straight to it in your PC box, which is really cool. Alright, get out of here, rat. You're going to a trainer that wants you. The guy. Boy. Boy. Whichever one it is, that's the boy. Welcome to the family, Pikachu. As a little nice to meet you gift, please allow me to use this Thunderstone. Goodness me, Pikachu evolved into Raichu. Let's see what sort of Pokemon Raichu is, shall we? According to my Pokedex, it stores up electricity inside itself, then turns so aggressive that it may attack its trainer. Huh? Gosh, well, I know the Thunderstone isn't the only stone that makes Pokemon evolve. There are plenty of others out there to find. Anyway, thanks ever so much for your help. Do give Emma my regards, won't you? And now we have a Heracross. Boy is solid to use from the jump. Very bulky, got a lot of physical attack, and also capable of using stuff like Rock Smash, so good replacement for Bunnelby at the very least. So we'll give it Rock Smash in favor of, let's say, Leer. And that's good for now. Alright, one side quest down. Real quick, we're in a shopping arcade for clothing options. I don't think the clothes that I would want to wear are currently in this arcade. I'll probably go looking for something more my style a little bit later. Although, we are here at a hair salon, and I do want to at least select a different haircut for me. I'm going to go with Simple Bob, but here are some other options that you might be interested in if you're playing yourself. Or interested in playing for yourself. Anyway, yeah. Bangs, depending on what hairstyle you select, you can swap what the bangs look like, which is nice. Hair color, you know, basic thing there, but we also have color blocking here, so parts of the hair can end up being dyed. Very neat, and lends itself well to some good customization for your character. Similarly, we have balayage. Kind of similar to color, what is it, blocking? Yeah, but it's more like a gradient rather than a flat spot on the hair. Pretty cool. And then you can also change your eyebrows a little bit too. But I'm a basic guy, kind of plain overall, so I'm just gonna go with the hair. Time for some shopping. Maybe consider selling some pretty feathers so you can get some pretty fashion instead. Yeah, pretty feathers are just another treasure item that will sell for a little bit of money. We're here at Wild Zone 4, and there are some Pokemon in there that I'd like to catch, but we also have a side quest for this area. Let's just talk to the Giver, and we'll head into Wild Zone 4 shortly. Oh, my back. Oh, pardon me, dear. Are you here to help with my request? I lost my ring here in Dorme Bien Cemetery, you see, and it's very important that I get it back. Oh, gosh, my poor back. I was visiting a loved one's grave when a wild Pokemon, of all things, jumped out of nowhere. Oh, did it ever give me a fright. I took a tumble from the shock, and my, what a mess it was. Wild Pokemon running all over Lumios, the cemetery turning into a wild zone. Why, I would never have lost my ring if not for this nonsense. At any rate, it was a Pokemon called Sableye that jumped out and gave me such an awful fright. As I recall, that particular species is weak only to the fairy type, so mind yourself if you run into it. I dropped my ring around the far end of the cemetery. I'd start searching there, dear. You got it. Let's get in there. So, during the daytime here in the cemetery of Wild Zone 4, we can actually run into Wild Ghastly. If you're gonna face them, just keep in mind that normal type and fighting type moves won't work on them. Come here, you. We also got Spinoraks, just chilling out on some of these, I wouldn't say buildings, structures. Go get them. Jump. Go get them again. Nice. Look, we also got a building full of Spinarak over here. And also in the zone are Ekans. Yeah. If you're curious to know what Pokemon will spawn in a particular wild zone, you can open up your map and hover over the wild zone that you want to look at. So we're currently missing one Pokemon that we haven't seen or anything that can show up here. I'm assuming it'll only show up at night, but no way to really tell. We found everything and caught everything in Wild Zone 3, so we got a little crown above the icon here. Here in 2, we haven't seen everything. I think it's Staryu that we're missing there. We also got access to Wild Zone 6 and Wild Zone 5, but we haven't like made our way over there yet. And Wild Zone 1. We can't fast travel right now because we are being targeted by a couple of things. So if we want to wrap this up right quick, then eventually we'll be able to run free. We'll get him. Oh. Get him. Heck yeah. Alright, I see something over here. When you see a yellow Pokeball out in the wild, this is a TM, or... yeah, no, just a TM. And we got Fire Spin. Fire Spin works a little bit differently in this game than in other Pokemon games, where in the other games, it just did damage over time and locks them in battle with you. They can't escape. But in this game, Fire Spin lays down a trap area that if Pokemon stay inside, they just take damage over time. So it's a good way of, like, if you can hinder their movements and keep them in the Fire Spin zone, I don't know why it's diagonal right now, then you can just do a lot of damage over time, and that can be nice. But I haven't had much success in the long run with Fire Spin or any other type of area move like this. Stealth Rock is another one that ends up behaving kind of like that. But enemy Pokemon love to get out of the way, so it's neat, but not useful. Alright, the Sableye we're looking for is actually right over here. A Deviant. It looks like it's holding the ring you're searching for. Let's battle Sableye. Yeah, you. Little freak he is. Come here, you. So you can catch the Sableye if you want to. Some of these side quests do deal with Pokemon that end up, like, they are able to be caught. Others, not so much. Others, they're like, alright, you just have to beat the thing because it's going to be relevant to whatever the quest giver has in mind for that particular thing. But yeah, we got the Cherish Ring now. And we got Sableye. I kind of do want to try using it on the team, too. So let's bring it out. How about we do... let's do it instead of Fletchling. It's gonna be a little weird not having a flying type user for a bit, but it should be fine, right? Right. Just making sure that I'm not missing anything. We got Headbutt on Litleo, but would normal type moves be that great? Probably better than Fire Spin. Alright, let's get out of here. Pick up some more berries and smaller items. And we're good. Oh, that's it. That's my ring. What? So that Sableye was carrying my ring around, was it? A ring around the Rosies? I didn't think a wild Pokemon would have such good taste in jewelry. But now that I have it back, I won't let go of this ring anytime again soon. It's the wedding ring my wonderful husband gave me after all. Thank you, dear, truly. And please, take this for your troubles. I appreciate that there was an emerald on that ring, because that's my birthstone. You know, perhaps I'll ask someone to place this ring atop my grave after I've passed on. Who knows, maybe a Sableye will make off with it again. If so, I hope it brings the Sableye some happiness. It's the least I could do to reward its good taste, whether it's a wild Pokemon or not. Alright, one left. Yeah, let's go ahead and handle that. Where is it going to be? Over here. Let's head to the Pokemon Center. Get some healing done, and then head over to the next quest. Oh, hey! Yeah, Nurse Joys are different, depending on which Pokemon Center you visit. Just a nice aesthetic touch. We got another shopping arcade in here. Haircut salon. Nothing there. Ah, here we go. This is money. Oh, speaking of money, look how expensive that stuff is. Dang. Yeah, we got the fancy clothes out here. Looks like a neat... I think it's a crop top with a jacket. Nice hat, nice hat. Nice headphones. Actually, I think a lot of what I ended up wearing on my main save ended up coming from this particular arcade. Okay, cool. Oop, hello. Now, where is our guy? Out that way. Is there an exit? Not really. Okay, so I'll go out this way because I saw an item. Sometimes in these trees we can see the elemental monkeys from Generation 5. The hear no evil, see no evil guys. Kind of hoping to see one right now, but if not, no big deal. Give me that, and our last side quest giver is right here. So you're a detective, are you? That's correct, sir. I've been trained professionally. Emma trusted you with my request, and that's good enough. Gotta be good enough for me. Because we have a situation. There's a menace on the loose in Lumios. And that menace is none other than... a great, big Bunnelby. Oh, that's not so bad. It was massive, over twice the size of my own Bunnelby, and its eyes had this real evil glow. When that thing locked eyes with me, I bolted out of there before I had the chance to think. I've been places and I've seen things, but I've never been that scared in my life. And the worst part, it's where I saw the thing. It was in a plain old alleyway, not in any of the wild zones. We can't let that Bunnelby run wild. I'll go back and stake out the spot where I saw it. Make sure you turn on guidance for my request so you can find the right place. Hey look, activate guide. Off he goes. Alright, so now our side quest is just over there. Let's start making our way over. Get some mega shards real quick. Because we're in the area. Oh, hello. That right there is called the Holovator. Almost had it right. If we take it, we would be able to go up onto the roofs. I don't think it's that important to use at this current moment, but nice that it's there. If you really want to do your own exploring, Holovators are a great way of getting onto rooftops and seeing things from up high. That giant Bunnelby was somewhere around here. Huh. Just being here makes my legs want to wobble right out from under me. What is it, bud? Don't tell me. It's here already? Oh, it's a big Bunnelby. It's huge and terrifying and awesome. This is the Bunnelby, no doubt about it. Oh, it's attacking. Look out. Yep, this is a Legends game. Welcome back, Alpha Pokemon. These guys are tougher than usual Pokemon of the same species. And usually they'll have a strong move that they shouldn't normally have. For example, this Bunnelby knows Earth Power. Certainly a strong move in its own right. Let's go ahead and try throwing a ball. If that doesn't work, no problem. Oh, it did work. No problem. I can't believe you took on that big old Bunnelby. Watching you in action reminded me of something, actually. A long time ago, in some region whose name I forgot, people used to live in fear of these giant ferocious Pokemon with glowing eyes. I hear those Pokemon were called Alphas. I wonder how it is that a Pokemon like that showed up in modern-day Lumios. Couldn't begin to guess. What do you think, bud? Ominous or what? Well, either way, you really came through. Emma clearly has an eye for hiring help. With someone like you looking out for Lumios, we'll be fine even if more Alphas show up, huh? And after that side quest is done, we actually unlock Alphas as potential spawns out in the wild. Whether it's a wild zone or out in, you know, the city itself. You can just find Alphas now. So that's cool. Let's warp right back to the Looker Bureau. Honey, I'm home. You took care of every side mission? Wow, that's amazing. Thanks for your help. I knew you'd have no problem handling all those cases. We wrapped up our discussion while you were on the job, too.
Discussion?
Well, so, I'm looking for someone. That's the reason I came to Lumios, and it's what Emma's looking into for me. I'll tell you all about it another time. So, Emma, what do you think? whattageek's got real promise, right? Yeah, you've scouted a gem of a trainer, Tawny. In fact, I may just ask him for help the next time a tricky side mission comes in. As thanks for your work today, I'll share some info with you that all Lumios trainers should know. I'm assuming a trainer of your skill is already familiar with Pokemon evolution, right?
Yep, I've done it to a couple of bugs.
Well, some Pokemon can evolve when certain conditions are met, and by evolving, Pokemon get even stronger. Here in Lumios City, there's an evolution that transcends all other evolution. It's called... Mega Evolution. It'll probably be faster if you see it for yourself instead of having me explain it. Come join me out front, won't you, whattageek? Come on, let's follow Emma outside.
Mimi, are you gonna walk past me too? No? Alright. Hello.
You know, I saw you battle last night, but I like to judge your strength for myself. How about it? Will you battle me?
Yeah, sure. We're gonna battle a Mega Pokemon. Let's go.
If you want to learn about Mega Evolution, then show me your true strength. Oh, I wonder what Emma's got in store for you.
Detective Emma. You'll note as well, I didn't bring it up yet, but Emma is wearing her, what is it, a Cygnus? No, not Cygnus suit, that's a different Pokemon game entirely. Whatever her suit is called that turned her into Essentia from the post-game of X and Y. Alright, wrap this up real quick, and... I'm sorry, Marie.
It's not that I underestimated you, it's just that you're even stronger than I imagined. Thanks for the great battle. I can tell you're the type of trainer that I like. Here, I'll heal up your hard-working Pokemon. The Mareep I sent out in battle can evolve into a Pokemon called Fluffy, which can then evolve into Ampharos. Okay, Ampharos, you're up next. Come on out.
It's Amphy. Will this medicine cure him?
With my Keystone and Ampharos' Mega Stone, we can Mega Evolve. Let's go, Ampharos. It's Mega Evolution time.
Oh! Ampharos, Digivolve to... L'Orealmon! Amp indeed.
Mega Evolution surpasses the limits of evolution to power up Pokemon even further. Because when a Pokemon Mega evolves, its moves also get more powerful. That said, pushing the limits of evolution means a Pokemon can't stay Mega evolved forever. See, we gotta try and get good at using Mega Evolution too.
Pokemon are amazing!
Seriously, Pokemon are so full of potential. You know what, whattageek? I've got a feeling that Mega Evolution will find its way into your life just like Hotel Z did. Anyway, thanks for coming by today, and thanks in advance for anything you can do to help out. The city is full of people in need, so if you see someone in trouble, give them a hand just like you did for my clients earlier. Speaking of which, I could use your help too. If you see a black, four-legged Pokemon around, be sure to let me know. Get in touch if there's any movement with my case, okay, Emma?
Well, this is a good time for moving the plot along. Next promotion match opponent is Yvonne, rank Y. I wonder why she's rank Y with a name like Yvonne. Yvonne? Never mind.
You got pinged by the ZI Royale app. Guess you know who your next opponent is. You should head to the Battle Zone tonight and duke it out with some trainers to earn points. Good luck. I know you'll do great. After all, helping out those in need takes as much strength as it does kindness. See you around then.
Alright, now we gotta just kill time for nighttime. Or we can do a little something else. Bench. What a nice bench. That's my other name. If you kill time at a bench, you can just pass it from day to night or night to day. So, if you want to force a battle zone to occur, just head to a bench during daytime. And with that, we have another battle zone ready to go. While we have the battle zone active, we can warp right to it. But it is nighttime. Just real quick, I want to go and catch a Staryu. While I'm thinking about it. So you don't have to always just go to a battle zone at nighttime. You can also just explore the wild zone still.
So in this case, if you really want to see all the Pokemon that a Wild Zone has to offer, it is in your best interest to explore at least a little bit during the night. Go get it, Heracross. I believe at you. It's flying! Heck yeah! Alright, got it. Hey, you. What are you doing here? Booge. Alright, now with that out of the way, Battle Zone. The main appeal of nighttime exploration is the Battle Zones, because that is how you get enough points to progress the main plot. But also, in the post-game, if you come here during the battle, or during the ZA Royale, then you will end up getting a good source of money. The Battle Zones are a great way of earning money because of these bonus cards that can show up. So if we immediately knock out unaware opponents with the first blow and knock out Pokemon with a fire move, we get bonus points toward our Challenger's ticket, and also we get bonus prize medals. At the end of the night, you might recall that the prize medals get turned into money, and the more trainers you beat, the better the multiplier is for getting, you know, more money. So it is in your best interest, if you want to grind out money, to just do a lot of battles at night in these battle zones. And because you can warp right to them too, you can warp from a battle zone to a Pokemon Center and then back to a battle zone. Usually there are more than just the one battle zone at night as well. So if you exhausted all the trainers in one zone, you can go to the next one, and, you know, this might actually not knock out Ralts in a single blow, because with multi-hit attacks like Pin Missile, it only calculates the very first one on the sneak attack. But we can knock out Pokemon with a fighting move. That was on our agenda of things to do. Ta-da! Oh, it's super effective hits with fighting moves. Gotcha. This trainer class, by the way, will offer us a bonus card. Anytime you beat a collector, they will offer you a bonus card. Sneak up and start battles before your opponent spots you. That sounds good. Let's try instead of this one, because it's not a guarantee that we'll run into something weak to fighting. Let's try a Fire Fang. Hiya! And we knocked it out. Nice. It's Bumblebee. Thunderfang. Nice. All three of them in a row. And that boosted our points by a ton. We'll pick up some more bonus cards here. Super effective moves, doesn't matter what kind. Let's also get some of these items here. I don't think this is the fastest way of earning... Whoa, Nelly. I don't think it's the fastest way of earning money in the game. I think there might be some other methods of doing that. But earning money is really fast during the ZA Royale nights. So that's what I like to use personally. Go get him, Mareep. Oh no, he's poisoned. Go get him, Litleo. Ember. Nice. Alright, and with that, oh, we're so close. 100 more points and we get our promotion ticket, our challenger's ticket. A Bellsprout, huh? Ooh. Go get him. So if a Pokemon spots you, like a trainer's Pokemon spots you, it'll alert the trainer to then turn around and face you. But ultimately, it only matters if the trainer sees you. And the opposing trainers can see your Pokemon, but they won't react. They need to see you, the trainer, before they can, like, throw out any attacks at you. Whoa! It's a 50-50 chance as to whether or not you get stunned when an opponent spots you before you can attack them. Sometimes you won't get stunned. Other times you will. really doesn't seem like there's a rhyme or reason for it. Many, many times I have been a millisecond away from landing the first hit and a trainer spots me, and then it tells me, you and your Pokemon were caught off guard. Meanwhile, other times, they see me from across the way as I see them, or no, as I don't see them. They surprise me, and my character's like, actually, yeah, no, I didn't get surprised by that. Let's go. Doesn't matter if you're facing them, doesn't matter if you're facing away from them, doesn't matter if you're barely hidden. For some reason or another, it's a 50-50 shot whether or not you will get stunned upon entering a battle if someone else spots you. I don't get it myself, but whatever. I'm doing more battles than what is necessary at the moment. So after this fight, we will break off and go do our promotion match so we can get things moving along. But as you can see, we're still racking up wins. And again, if you want to earn a lot of money, just rack up a lot of wins in the ZA Royale and then wait for the night to roll over today. If we do go talk to Yvonne and battle her, she will, and if we win, then it'll roll over to daytime, and we will just have to call it there for our battle zone for the night. Okay, she's over at this plaza, so let's head out of the south exit down here. We might start becoming intimately familiar with this area, because not only is this going to be a major set piece for later, we are also going to see a wild zone here in Blue Plaza. So, don't get used to seeing Blue Plaza be this vacant of activity. Because, yeah, eventually, various parts of the city will get cordoned off and be turned into their own wild zones. I would say it's a little messed up, but then again, I'm not in charge, so I don't know how messed up that actually is. You certainly took your time. Let's get on with our promotion match already. I'm ready for you. I'm a busy adult with a lot going on, so I hope we can wrap this up fast. I'll make short work of you, he said, a couple inches shorter than her. When I reach rank A, I'm going to have Lumio City hold a marathon, which is why I intend to race through this promotion match in record time. Alright, Yvonne, bring it on. She's going to be using fairy types. Come at me. Good thing I'm using a fire type because they resist fairy type attacks. And for the coup de grace. Sphyrlix. Oh, my attack's lowered? Alright, guess we're doing Ember for our primary damage. Alright, go get him. Nice. Unlike in other turn-based Pokemon games, we don't have multiple stages of stats being lowered. Rather, if it's a stronger version of a stat-lowering thing or stat-raising thing, that stat will be lowered or raised for longer or shorter, depending on what the type of move it is. So, Fake Tears, for example, normally would lower special defense by 2 stages. Now it just lowers special defense for significantly longer than if you used something that lowered it by 1 stage in a previous game. I'm just so annoyed at how hard it is to run freely around Lumios with all the wild zones. Ugh, time to jog through every street in the city to take my mind off this mortifying loss. Later. Victory is confirmed. Now processing your promotion. Not all of our rank up matches will be up against very basic NPCs, but for the first little while, they will be. So, don't worry, it'll pick up soon. Congrats on your promotion. Let's head back to Hotel Z, shall we? You must be feeling drained after that match. Alright, time to celebrate your promotion. Is Naveen not back yet? I've asked you more than once to please send word when you want us to gather. Sorry, we weren't trying to leave you out or anything. We just forgot. We know you always turn up one way or another when Team MZ's getting together, Naveen. That's a very pretty excuse, but I'd rather you just admit you forgot to get in touch. Well, I know how to make it up to you. How about we go enjoy the tasty dinner I made? Woohoo! I thought I smelled your amazing cooking, Tawny. You sure did. Come on, let's dig in.
Goop. Green goop. Who that guy?
Alright, how much dosh did we make there? Ooh, 1.5 bonus. Let's go. Nice. Good chunk of change.
I was sleeping so good. Why did the Rotom clock go off?
And I slept in my full getup, hat included. Morning. Congratulations again on your promotion. Hey, whattageek, question for you. Why did you join Team MZ? I see your instant curiosity about new people has been activated. Well, don't you want to know more about him, seeing as how he's tearing it up in the ZA Royale? So, why'd you join Team MZ?
Tawny. Very admirable.
Bit different from your reason, huh, Naveen?
Leave me out of this, please.
Want to know why Naveen joined Team MZ?
This is an invasion of privacy.
Come on, we're all on the same team here.
I'm not particularly interested in all of your business, and I wish you'd stay out of mine.
Fine, here's what we'll do. You two have a Pokemon battle, and you'll have to spill the tea if whattageek wins.
Why would you suggest that? You know that battling isn't my forte.
But your partner Pokemon must be itching for a battle, right?
Even so.
Okay, it's settled. Out into the courtyard, you two.
Why do I even bother?
Alright, we're gonna battle Naveen in front of Hotel Z. That'll be for next time, though. So, thanks for watching this time. We will reach rank W in the next episode. See you then.